So I'm registered pharmacist, and then with me, my partner here, I have Sandy. She has a lot of experience in handling kids' diet
Yeah, good evening,
and
everyone. My name
nutrition.
is Sandy. Like what Bella mentioned, I'm in the fitness industry for 10 years and a mother of two children. My kids are age 6 and 4, and both of them are Nutrilite baby. Okay, what that it mean by Nutrilite baby is actually, I prep myself, okay, with a lot of nutrition before I get pregnant, and throughout my pregnancy also I supplement myself with Nutrilite as well. Okay, so let me recap again our house rules. So our room will be locked once our sharings begin, and we hope that everyone will mute their mic, respond only through chat, only open and positive learning environments. And if you have any comments, you can always write it in the chat box. Okay. So I'm sure you guys know that today you are here because you want the best for your kids and nutrition for your kids. Okay, and we will be sharing throughout, what is importance that you need to be added in, and our experience as well in bringing up our kids through nutrition. Okay. I'm sure that the health of our children is one of the most challenging parts for parents. Okay, most parents know the basic of keeping children healthy, like offering them healthy food, making sure they get enough of sleep, exercise, and their safety. But we always wonder, are we doing it right? Okay, as a mom or as a new parents, these are the questions that we often ask ourselves. Are we doing it right?
Yeah. So here, we are going to have in today's sharing is mainly into 3 parts. So what's health, and then there's self-assessment for you to know whether your kids is healthy or not, and then third part is how to build strong health foundations for your children and our children. Yeah. So first of all, next. Yeah, and then I think this one is very common nowadays, okay, that we guide our kids on a new norm. Okay, my baby is not baby anymore, it's toddler. She's 17 months. Okay, so we just went to playground just now in our condo, so but she got to wear mask like the whole time. Okay, so just imagine now from 1 year old start, then she got to wear mask already when she go out. Okay, this is very common, and we do temperature check when we go to school, and then always wash the hands, good hygiene practices. My girl already know how to wash her hands since like already 1 year old. No food utensils sharing, practice social distancing. Okay, all these things is actually what we do to make sure our kids are safe, right? Because don't just talk about COVID-19, but even without COVID-19, we also do worry that our kids will have hand foot mouth disease, or influenza from the friends. Yes. I bet a lot of parents here, you're familiar with going to kindergarten, and then they will fall sick very often. Okay, yes. So comparing to those that didn't go to kindergarten, so this is very common. And what the last thing that we want our kids to have is to fall sick. Okay, right. Because when our kids fall sick, okay, the parents is always the most tired. Yeah.
we will not have enough sleep, they'll be very cranky. So that's the least that we want that happens to them. Yeah. So have you ever wondered, what is health? These terms comes from, okay? Of course, if you Google what is health, you will get an answer from the World Health Organization, which is WHO, where it says that it's a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of the disease and infirmity. So when you actually read that whole sentence, the answer actually gives you a quite in-depth, it's a very deep.
Very deep. Oops.
Are we lagging?
Yeah. It's
that you want, okay? Is injury? Okay, is your family, your kids feeling happy or relaxed? Are they able to,
Oh, no. Yeah. Can you all hear me? Or is it just Sandy that is lag?
Maybe Sandy is lag a bit.
Yeah. Then maybe Daniel, you want to share the screen instead, just in case. Or I can try to share the screen. Just a moment.
I'm so sorry about that. I was disconnected from the internet.
Okay. Okay, can
Welcome
you all see
back.
can you all see the slides?
Yes, I can
Yes.
see. Like,
Okay. So maybe I be the one that control the slides, nah?
okay.
Okay. So, oops, sorry. Okay. So whatever that Sandy have just mentioned, okay, to me, very simple. Okay. I just want my kids to be happy and healthy, right? I think this is the wishes for all the parents here. Am I right?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah. So here, just want to have a quick chat with everyone here. Like, if you want to know whether your kids is lack of nutrients or whether it's really healthy or not, okay, you can actually just go through this this diagram and then see whether your kids have all these problems or not. Okay, like anxiety, dry skin, dry hair problems, cranky, is always cannot control his emotions or her emotions, poor concentrations when you talk to him or her, you cannot focus, and then cannot really listen, cavities problems, frequent cold and flu. I think this one, I have a friend really, the baby always fall sick, like 1 year maybe sick. To me, 4 to 5 times is a lot already. Yeah. So an underweight, overweight, or pill lethargy always seems to be like tired, depression, anxiety, learning problems or delayed speech, teeth grinding, hyperactivity. Yeah, so this can be the signs of your child is lacking of some nutrients. So just need to pay more attention on it and then target it, and then we just solve the problems. All right. Okay, so here is a quick assessment. So how many yes or no do you get from here? So first, my child skips breakfast most of the time. Okay, so yeah, usually baby or toddler don't skip breakfast because we parents feed them. Okay, this is more to those like those kids that go to
Adolescents,
school,
yeah, teenagers, yeah.
teenagers, yeah. Second, my child's breakfast is normally refined carbs, bread, pastry, cake, biscuit, roti canai noodle, rice, kueh. This is very, very common, okay? Because since our older time, our parents' time, this is what you eat, right? Noodle
Yes.
soup, bread. Yeah, my child chooses to eat sugary or fried food. Yummy. My child chooses to eat processed food, canned food, instant food, fast food. My child drinks less than 2 servings of milk every day.
She mentioned screen.
Oh, is it? Okay. So 我进去. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. So just now can see, is it?
Can see. You already shared the screen.
Oh, now I think Daniel shared the screen. Okay. So, and 6, my child is picky in the type of fruits and vegetables. I think I also encounter some kids that do not eat vegetables. Okay. that see green color, okay, no. Okay, this is what I experienced a lot in my workplace because I work in the retail. So parents would kind of look for me and then ask if my children do not like to eat vegetables or fruits, what should I give them? Any supplements that I can give them so can to replace the nutrients. My child has allergy issues, eczema, asthma, sinus. I think nowadays a lot of kids has this problem. My child is always feeling cranky, restless. My child falls sick easily, fever, flu, and cough. So how many yes or no do you get? Okay, so
if you have more than 3 yeses, you might need to consider the nutrition or food diet that you actually provide to your children. Okay. Yeah. Some additional info for you. Overweight and obesity rates in children actually has been increased over the years. Okay, up to 30% of Malaysian children were actually found to be overweight and obese. This is actually mainly due to our diets and nutrition intakes. Okay, irregardless, children's obesity, it happens to rich or poor family. Whereas in poor family, they might not have enough of money, hence they consume less nutrition but high calorie food. Which are usually cheaper, whereas a rich family where they can actually afford to buy food, but sometimes, we make unwise decision in buying wrong kinds of food for our children, peer pressure or anyone's, advertisements, whenever we watch the TV, the advertisement will come out on fast food. Okay, even though like us, when we are doing our exercise, you have suddenly there's an advertisement of McDonald's or KFC coming out, okay, with all these constant things popping up. So, unintentionally, we're actually feeding this to our children, okay? Yeah. So these are some of the things that, you have to consider when you're putting in your meal plan for your kids. Okay, the next one.
Next slide, Daniel. Next slide. Next slide.
Okay. So what are the basic concepts of health? Okay. So next, okay, basically, what's the basic concept of health is mainly our bodies need these essential elements to work well. Okay. Yeah. These nutrients are the macronutrients, which are the source of energy for our bodies, including, protein, fats, fibers, and carbohydrates. Okay. Whereas the micronutrients are the multivitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients as well. Okay, so these are the essential elements that needed, irregardless for children or adults, for our body, to function and play a specific roles in maintaining our health. Okay, the next one.
Next. Yeah. So ideally, kids should get their vitamins from a balanced, healthy diet. Includes milk and dairy products like cheese and yogurt, plenty of fruits and vegetables, protein, chicken, fish, meat, eggs, or whole grains, of course, steel-cut oats, brown rice, or complex carbs, or a lot of good fats, or you can see in the chart. Okay, so this is a healthy eating pyramid. So if you're not too sure like what to give, you can actually refer to this pyramid. So you know what to give to your children. Next. Yeah, but the thing is, food that some prefer can be this kind of easy food, I would say, because nowadays we are very busy with our work. So might go opt for the easier way out. Okay, so you don't need to think or worry of nothing to eat. Okay, just want to make sure they are full. Okay, so in this, maybe we can reconsider on the meal plan or the food that we give to our children. Next.
Okay, for over here, the nutrients intakes for the adults and children are actually totally different because the body of the children are actually in a growing stage, and they are still in a constant and developing and maturing all their organs, their systems. Okay, so children actually have a greater needs for energy, water, and oxygen as they go through this growth process. While young bodies, they actually absorb more nutrients than the food they eat more quickly than us adults. Thus, in addition to fueling active young bodies, good nutrition can actually stabilize energy, sharpen their minds, and smooth out their moods. We can see from the earlier slide that we do mention why children get cranky. We'll actually let you know further in our sharing later. Okay, the next slide. Okay, this is the examples, the summary of the kids' healthy eating plates. And you can see over here, the types of carbohydrates is actually very important than the amount of the carbohydrates diet, because some sorts of carbohydrate like vegetables, okay, whole grains, beans are much more healthier than those refined carbohydrates such as rice or bread. And moreover, processed what we call processed carbs, they actually take out the
refined
minerals.
carbs,
Refined carbs they take out their minerals and fiber out of there. Okay, their eating plates does not include sugary water, sweets, or any other junk food. Water are their main source of their drinks. Okay, and we actually encourage putting in healthy oils in place, and of course, we have to stay healthy. Nowadays everyone is so addicted, especially kids, to their phone or iPads. The technology actually makes them stay indoor and do not move a lot. So aside from this diets, they have to stay active as well. Okay, so now let's move forward to see what are the key nutrients that are important for our kids. Next, please.
Yeah, so the first one will be carbohydrates. Okay, this is very important for the children's. Okay, because it's the main fuel for them to have their energy. It's a supply of their energy. So glucose is the power source of the brain. So whatever that we eat from the carbs, it will actually convert to glucose to use as a fuel for our body. Okay, it also provides the calories for rapid growth for them, because for children, they need a lot of calories for them to grow. Okay, and then but excess glucose is stored as fats in the body. So nowadays, okay, usually younger children do not have really much obesity issue, but the older one, a teenager, will actually start to have the obesity issue, because now they move less, and then it's all about online classes. They do not go, last time, our time, we have PE, we have to go and run every week, and then nowadays they are just online classes, sit down and look at the computer. Okay. Yeah, so we also aim to have more complex carbs than refined carbs. Like just now what Sandy mentioned. Okay, you can see it from the picture here. We try to go for a good carbs like pumpkin, sweet potato, brown rice, oats, rather than just a refined carbs. All right. So next.
Okay, another key nutrients is protein. Protein is the primary ingredient for the children's growth. Growing kids needs protein to help them to build their organ system, including bones and muscle, repair their cells, enzyme, and regulates their hormones. It helps the body to fight infection and keep the body function run smoothly. Well, protein deficiency can actually cause swelling, fatty liver degenerations, increase the severity of infections, and growth stunt amongst the children. So practically, you'll be asking how many or how much, kids actually need to eat. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, example, okay, if your kids is 15 kg, okay, how much do they actually need? Okay, the formula here, actually kids require approximately about 1 gram of protein per kg. So whereby if your kids is 15 kg, you multiply with 1 gram, so they actually need 15 grams of protein per day. Okay, you might think, wow, that's not as much as I thought, but let's see how much actually proteins quickly add up. Okay, the next one, we have the sample menu. Over here, this is a suggested sample menu, meal plan for a 4 years old kids. Okay, over here's for your breakfast, you know, you might have about a cup of yogurt, and then you can give them 64 grams is about half cup of berry, okay, and then you can add in some cereals and half serving of the skim milk, okay. And then for snack time, you can give them about half apple, and then when it comes to lunch time, you can give them salmon, okay, add in some baby's tomatoes, and then fruits and milk. And then we have another snack times, okay. Snacks, you can actually, you know, you put in some edamames and whole grain pretzels, okay. And dinner, aside from pasta, you can add in some protein, which is the chicken breast, greens is your broccoli, and a cup of milk as well, okay. For the total whole meals for the day is actually equivalent to 76 grams of protein, okay. And over here, you might think, wow, a day, 76 grams is, you know, you can add it in, your kids can easily hit it. But, you know, bear in mind, some of your kids might be picky. Among the meal plan that you actually create for them, they might not finish it.
Yeah.
Okay. Or they might just choose whatever that they want to eat. Okay. So from there, you might, you know, have to actually, you know, half it or even more than that. It depends on your children's eating habits. But these are the meal plans that you actually create for them to achieve their protein count, but they not necessarily they achieve it. Okay.
This is ideal.
Ideal meal plan. Ideal.
Yeah.
As parent, you want an ideal, but in reality, it doesn't always come true. Okay. Okay, so let's move on. The next one.
Yeah, so here comes to good fats. Okay, for kids to grow out, they need a lot of good fats because it's very essential for brain development, because brain is made out of 60% fats. Okay, when you have not enough good fats, it actually affects a lot of things related to the brain, including like ADHD, concentration problems, or your mood swing for certain kids, or crankiness. Just now that Sandy mentioned, it also can be one of the cause can be lack of good fats, and like in total dose for brain, those that are related to brain functions, okay, is actually related to good fats. Okay, besides that, good fats also help for energy storage and helps in absorptions of fat soluble vitamins A, D, E, K. Okay, so you can actually absorb better from the diet that you are taking, and then promotes better sleep. Okay, this is actually quite interesting because I think a lot of people didn't know that good fats, actually having enough of good fats actually help us to sleep better. Okay, so this is very important for kids. Okay, because sleep is very essential for kids, for them to grow. When you sleep, only our growth hormone will secrete, so you can grow. Okay. Besides that, sleep also will affect your mood. Okay, so to have a good sleep is very important. Okay, and also could reduce asthma symptoms. But you have to take care of the cooking methods lah. So here also I want to mention, like according to a 16-week studies in 79 boys, it shows that you taking omega-3 daily can actually improve the ADHD symptoms, the attention and focus, and also concentration in those child with ADHD. Yeah, and also besides that, for instance, a 10-month study shows that fish oil actually helps to reduce the symptoms of asthma for those that who taking omega-3 every day. Yeah, so next. I think people will be wondering, okay, so how much omega-3 do we need? Okay, so omega-3, as you can see from the picture here, that's the source of omega-3. Okay, so you can get from walnuts, avocados, fishes. Most of the fishes have omega-3, of course, and also good nuts. Okay, so from 0 to 12 months, you need about 500 milligram, and then 1 to 3 years, you need about 700 milligram, and then and so on, as you can see. So usually after about 4 years old and above, you probably just keep a rough range about 1,000 milligram lah. Okay, so yeah, so later on we will actually let you know what's the solution, like what we give to our children, like what do I give to my girl in order to increase her intake of good fats. Okay, next.
Okay, the next one. Next slide.
Next slide.
Next slide. Okay, irons. Okay.
Very
the
important.
Next key nutrients is iron. Why is iron important for kids? Okay, iron is an essential nutrient for red blood cell productions. It also helps to move the oxygen from the lungs to the rest of the body and helps the muscles store and use the oxygen. If your children's diet lack of iron, he or she may develop a condition, what we call as iron deficiency. Iron deficiency in children is actually a very common problem because, you know, due to their increased needs of iron, that is not met due to their diets inadequate. Meaning, if as they grow older, the intake of iron is more, but because of the meal plan that they are taking, that's why they are lack of iron. Okay, and the sign of lack of iron is, you know, you can see from their face, pale face. They feel fatigue, they feel tired all the time, they have cold hands and cold feet, and they have a slower growth compared to other children's, and of course it will reduce their appetites also. They have poor appetites if they are lack of irons. Okay,
yeah, also related to immune system, so iron actually plays a very important role in the kids' health.
Okay, the next one.
Yeah, and for calcium, I think everyone knows this because it's very essential for healthy bones and teeth. It helps with nerve and muscles function as well. But I think some people will actually have their kids have lactose intolerance problems, so you can actually go for lactose-free milks like soy milks or other plant milks like pea.
Milk.
Yeah, there's a pea milk also. And also calcium supplementations for an easy way out. So it will be easier because some children, they are picky, they do not like to drink this kind of milk anymore. Then you can just give them calcium supplementation. Almond milk is a good choice as well. Okay, so calcium is actually very important. Why? Because I have seen patients, I mean, at my workplace, they bring their kids and then show me their teeth. You know, their teeth is not white. Their teeth is like this, there's like discoloration and it's not strong. So when not enough calcium, actually will have this kind of problems, and also nerve and muscle function issue also. So just bear in mind that calcium is very important, and you know the amount of calcium they need for our kids is actually can be more than adults because they are growing. So they need a lot of calcium when they grow. All right, next.
Okay. The next one will be vitamin C. Well, vitamin C actually helps to form and repair the red blood cells, bones, and tissue. It helps your children gums to stay healthy and strengthen your child blood vessel, minimizing bruising from falls and scrap. Okay, so if you happen to see, you know, your kids have a lot of black and blue bruises, they might short of vitamin C. Okay. In addition, also it helps them to heal their wounds faster, boost their immune systems, you know, and keep infections at the bay. It also helps in enhancing iron absorptions. Okay, so iron and vitamin C, they go hands by hands. And because vitamin C is an antioxidant and vital in maintaining overall health, it actually can help to boost your kids' immune system if they fall sick. Okay, and of course, we can't produce vitamin C on its own. So, you know, as a parent, you have to ensure that your kids eat a wide variety of colorful fruits and vegetables every day. Well, sometimes it's easier said than done. Well, you just have to find a way to add in and fill in the gaps. Okay, plants resources like tomatoes, broccoli, kiwi are the best sources of vitamin C. Well, if your little ones are picky eater, vitamin C also is available in oral supplements.
Yeah, so for this one, right, I think your one of the signs of lacking of vitamin C also like ulcers. Do your kids get ulcers easily? So this is some checkpoints that you can actually check on your kids. And also always fall sick more easily. I found that those kids that do take care of have a stronger immune system. Usually they actually have some supplementation of vitamin C, or their parents give a lot of fruits and vegetables to them. Okay, I'm lucky because Jovi's favorite, Jovi is my girl. Her favorite fruits and vegetables is tomato.
Wow.
Yeah, tomato and all the berries. Okay, so very expensive berries.
Correct, berries is very expensive.
Yeah, next. Yeah, so next one will be fiber. Okay, because I think a lot of people also didn't know or didn't realize that nowadays there's more and more children have constipation problems. Okay, so taking fiber, which is usually is from fruits and vegetables, is very essential. Okay, so it actually helps us to promote bowel movements, to push your poo-poo out, okay, and keeps your kids feel full longer. So it also helps to prevent overeating, obesity issues in children, or it actually helps to regulate sugar and fats absorptions. So later on, if you take care now, okay, it will also reduce the chances of getting heart problems or obesity or even diabetes in the future. Okay, so we start from young. Okay, so you don't need to worry about them in the future. All right. And next. So why are fruits and vegetables so important for your children? Okay, first of all, do you put 5 colors in their daily diet? Okay, so as a new parent, okay, I try to put all the colors in her diet. Okay, but sometimes when you are tired, when you need to work, it's really, really hard. Okay, so we don't blame any parents because we know that it's not easy. Okay, so but we can only do our best to try to do all these things. Okay, next, how much do we need actually? Do you know in Malaysia, children from age 1 to 6 years only consume about 0.91 and 1.07 servings of fruits and vegetables per day. Okay, so the recommended is at least 4 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. So this is the actual and the ideal is very big difference, as
Not
you can
even
see
half.
from here. Yeah, so you can see in the next slide. Okay, what are the percentage of what are the things that we are not eating enough? So the highest one will be white color. So 83% not eating enough. Okay, so you can find is like cauliflower, onions, or those garlics or anything in white. Okay, and then the next one will be yellow. Okay, because nowadays a lot of kids picky eater. I have friends do not eat fruits at all as well. Okay, so recommendation, okay, according to the USDA, their recommendation is 5 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables per day. That's a lot. Can you actually do it, Sandy?
Wow, I don't think so. Okay, even as an adult, I don't think we hit that much also. Moreover, our kids, with our busy schedules. Okay, I think like what's the earliest slide? I think I only maybe give them like half in their diet, and that's because also they pick and choose whatever they want to eat. Okay. And I think for the next slide, for us to get the same amount of vitamin A from a peach that you have gotten in 1950, I think we will actually need to eat about 52 peaches now. Okay, the reason is because the food supply nutrition is declining rapidly due to the soil depletion. We have more and more farmers, growing at the same soil every single year, but I don't think the soil is getting any nutrients from it. We are just growing out of it. That's why the nutrition from the fruits and vegetable has been declining as well. Okay.
Yeah. So last time they just need to eat one.
Take one. Now we have to take about 52 peaches. And
that's crazy.
What we need to do to fill in the gaps, okay, especially for kids nowadays when they have so many choices, they can pick and choose whatever they want. Okay, so here are some recommendations that we actually share to you that you actually can provide to your kids. Okay, the first one will be the chewable multivitamins and irons, which is specially formulated to help children to meet their needs of their growing body. It helps in support of the energy productions and for a healthier nerve, muscles, and normal self-growth. Okay, one chewable tablets provides the essential amounts of 10 vitamin, which is vitamin A, B1, B2, niacin, B6, folic acid, B12, C, D, E, and irons. Okay, as we mentioned earlier, iron is very important in the children's growth because it helps in their red blood cell productions, which is very important for the oxygen supply, motor, cognitive developments. Okay, and these chewable supplements are suitable for those 1 year and above, and there's no artificial colorings and flavorings. Okay, my kids are actually taking it day and night. Okay, in the morning, if I have no time, I give them this. If I have time, most of the day they will actually have the Power 10 supplements as their breakfast. Okay, it's easy to go and my kids love it. And because of that, they always tell mommy, I want the triangle. Okay, the triangle actually is the shape of the multivites. Okay, so the next one.
So some of you might be wondering, like, do all the kids need supplementation? Okay, so here I will actually just suggest, okay, for those who need supplementations, actually those kids who aren't eating regular, well-balanced meals made from fresh, whole food, or second, like picky eaters, or third, kids eating a lot of fast food, convenient food, or processed food. Fourth, even like for kids with vegetarian diet, they may need iron supplementation, because in vegetarian diet usually they do not have enough of iron, or dairy free and they do not take enough dairy, so they will need to supplement on calcium as well. Or those kids that drink a lot of carbonated drinks, which actually causes leach of vitamins and minerals from their body. Okay, and then I think most importantly is to give us as a parent a peace of mind, so you do not need to be so stressed out on the diet so much, like, I'm not giving him or her enough of servings of fruits and vegetables, or a good carbs or good fats or everything, but you can actually just top up on this to give yourself a peace of mind. All right, so, and then there's no preservative, there's no flavoring and artificial coloring. Okay, so next will be soy protein powder. I wouldn't say that this one is a main supplements for them, but we use it in their meal plans. Okay, so next, like in the next slides, you can see as a parent, we can actually use this to make their chocolate protein ball, or I actually use this protein powder to make pancake. Yeah, pancake for them, so it's more healthy, and then at the same time give them protein in their pancake instead of the normal flour. Watermelon cooler, you want to have like some chill nice drink, you can also add this in. And then green tea, chia seed pudding, all these things is some ideas that you can actually use the protein powder to make your snacks or your breakfast for your little ones. Okay, because it's yummy, and then at the same time it's healthy. You don't need to worry about this organic flour or not. Okay, because all this soy protein powder is already organic, and it's the highest quality one.
Yes,
okay,
correct.
Yeah, so just now I saw that someone asked what is Power 10. Okay, Power 10 is actually a mixture of drinks that you add in the supplements inside, and then you just blend it with the fruits and
vegetables, and then with proteins. I add in milk and supplementations into it, and I blend it. It's just like a smoothies. We call it Power 10 okay, because there's a lot of elements inside there. I'll simplify. I will call it as a smoothies for my kids in the mornings.
Packed with a lot of nutrients. We will talk about that next week, so don't worry about that. Next.
Okay. So the next one, earlier we talked about good fats. So over here, the good fats is the omega complex, okay? The omega-3 fatty acids are the essential nutrients that our body needs to function, okay? Because it cannot be produced by the body. So the only solutions that we actually can take is either from your diet, okay? Or you take the fish oils supplements. Well,
Yeah.
Nutrilite omegas contain 180 milligram of EPA, 120 gram of DHA, and 30 IU of vitamin E. Okay, and we use a technology what we call as molecular distillations, which is is repeated more than once to ensure that the purity of the fish oil. Okay, there are some brands out there, when you read the label, it's stated single distillations, okay, but over here we do twice, double.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, so far the Nutrilite is the only brand that I heard is more than once, is a double molecular distillation. Other brands only single molecular distillation. So
Yeah.
for my girl, I only give her Nutrilite one because it's the safest, to make sure there's no heavy metals inside and it's the purity of the fish oil is safe. So
Correct.
very easy. I just give her like that and then she would chew it and she love it. So she always asks me for fish oil every time after her meal. Okay. So just give you guys a test. Okay, my girl is 17 months old. How much is the omega-3 that she needs? Just now we mentioned about the dosage, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys still remember how much?
What is the dosage for a 17-year-old girl?
17 months old
Oh,
girl.
sorry, months old, yes.
Yeah, anyone know the answer? You can write in the chat. How many milligram? Okay, I probably just give you some choices. Okay, A, 100 milligram. B, 300 milligram. C, 700 milligram. Which one? A, B, or C? For 7 months, so young only. You need how much? 700, 200, 100. A, B, C, which one? Okay, the answer is actually C. Okay, 700 milligrams. So I also if I didn't read the guideline or the dosage, I also didn't know that my girl actually needs so much of omega-3, because now have to remember, children needs a lot of nutrients when to grow. Okay, so she needs actually 700 milligrams. So if like this one soft gel give us 300 milligrams,
300.
how many soft gels that we can give it to my girl? Two to 2 to 3. But then of course we actually given her from a daily diet also, right? So my normal diet also give her some good fats, okay, but of course she doesn't eat fish all the time, okay, so I still need to supplement to her. So ideally she will need probably about 2 soft gel per day if I don't give her fish. Okay, if I give her fish or some good nuts, and then she will just need lesser. Okay, this is how it goes with your diet plan, your meal plan for your children. Okay, next, because next slide. Okay, some people will be wondering, but then this fish oil is so fishy. Okay, my children 7 years old do not like it. Next slide, please.
We have another options for you, which is the gummy
with DHA.
Okay.
Yeah, so we actually have this gummy. It's Nutrilite Kids gummy. So it's suitable for 4 years old and above. There's no mercury contamination, no fishy smell, so don't worry about that. So it's very essential for their cognitive functions and language development, especially kids from age of 3. Okay. Also very important for learning, memory, attention, and hand-eye coordination. Okay, so also one thing that I want to mention, it actually has this special center filling technology to prevent oxidation. Okay, for this Nutrilite gummy, kids gummy. Next slide. As this is comparison from to brand X, that you can see the bottle. Okay, if you know, then you know lah. Okay, so it's our one is plant-based sauce. So even vegetarian also you can take it. Okay, and then it's 50 milligram per serving, so it's actually more higher in the DHA amount. It's sugar free. Okay, I think a lot of parents nowadays are very smart already. they will when they choose supplements, they will always go for sugar-free. I want sugar-free because they know that sugar will make my children active,
Yes.
hyper. Then later don't want to sleep. How? Yeah, parents is the one that okay,
Go
headache.
crazy.
Okay, gluten-free. Okay, gluten-free is very important for those that with allergy problems. Okay, and then it's individually wrapped. Okay, so there's also no artificial coloring or preservative added. Okay, if you see this chart, you already know which one to choose. All right. Yeah. Next.
Okay, so the next one is the chewable calcium and magnesium. Okay, in their whole process, of growing up, they actually need a lot of calciums for their bones and muscle tissues for their grown up. Okay, mixture of calcium and magnesiums actually, calcium and magnesium they work hand in hand to support the bone health and other bodily functions. Magnesium is needed for calcium absorption. Okay, there's supplements out there. There's only what do you call that? It's only calciums, or there's only magnesium, whereby you have to take 2. But over here in Nutrilites, this calcium and magnesium are already mixed into 1 tablets. Okay, and why we need calcium and magnesiums? Why is it so important? Is because when calciums enter your heart muscles, okay, it stimulates the muscles to contract. Okay, whereas the magnesium helps your muscle to relax. If you take too much of calcium, sometimes you might have a cramp issue without magnesium. Okay, we want to prevent this in our kids. Okay, and our Nutrilite chewable calcium magnesiums actually contain 270 milligrams of calcium and 50 grams of magnesiums, and also is suitable for 1 year and above. There's no artificial coloring, flavoring, or preservative. Okay, for your kids, if they have hard time in chewing, because for this chewable calcium magnesium is kind of big, you might break it into half and have them chew. Okay, that's what I do to my kids when they're about 1 year old. Okay, I actually break it into half and for them to chew, because the tablet is quite big. If you're afraid of your kids, might get choked up or how, this is the methods that I actually do for my kids. Okay, so far they love it because it's it tastes like chocolate, and I give them 2 times a day, and so far, these are the supplements they ask for me, because they chew. Most of the supplements I give to my kids, they actually chew. Same goes to the omega-3, like what Cheryl has mentioned, whereby she actually gives to Joey. My kids actually chew it and they swallow it. We have been training them since young, so they don't feel
Fishy.
the fishy smell. Yeah, even though for
Which
myself,
I feel.
I actually I chew the omega-3 before I swallow it. Actually, it tastes kind of sweet. I like the taste. Yeah, so if we have been building it since young, it's not an issue for kids. Okay, the next one.
I found that this calcium in that sense very important. It's very good for those that with lactose intolerance. So for those that lactose intolerance and you need to top up on the calcium. Oh, by the way, calcium dosage for growing kids, you need at least 1,000 milligram per day. Yeah, so that's very good for you to supplement that. And this is Kids 4-in-1 Plus. I think during this pandemic time, this is good friend to all the parents. Okay, it contains vitamin C, vitamin D3, probiotics, and zinc. All these 4 things is the star for immune system. So anything related to immune system, you will see vitamin C, D, probiotics, and zinc. Okay, so this is the one that very important in boosting out our kids' immunity and gut health. Okay, good gut health is actually related to immune system as well. So it's actually a first milk powder form, suitable for 3 years old and above. Okay, it's vegetarian friendly, gluten and dairy free as well. So there's no artificial coloring, flavoring, or preservative. If your kids usually fall sick very often, or going to kindergarten, going to school, and then you are worried about them. Nowadays already open, and then kids are going back to school, and then you're worried about their immune system. Okay, so this is one thing that you can go to. okay, to boost up their immune system. Because to me, right, this COVID thing is all about your immune system. If your immune system is able to fight, then you are nothing. You don't need to be afraid of this thing, this COVID-19. Okay, of course we have to get ourselves with vaccinated lah. Okay, but then as long as your immune system is good, okay, you don't need to worry so much. So that's why you see nowadays with this Delta variant, it usually attacks those that with low immune system. Okay, so since that our kids, certain kids, we still cannot get them vaccinated. Okay, so this is the only thing that we can do in order to protect them from this virus, this pandemic. All right. So even without the virus, if your kids' immune system is a bit low, okay, so you can just use this to give them a boost. Okay, besides whatever that we just mentioned just now. So this one, just remember, is actually focusing on the immune system. All right. Next.
Okay, the next one. Here is just a recap of the supplementations that you actually can give to your kids from 1 year and above. Okay. And if your kids, you have a teenager kids, you actually can supplement them more, other than the chewable gummy or the chewables supplements, you can give them the adult whereby they actually can, swallow it on. Okay, which is the daily, the salmon omega, or you can add in the fiber and the body key. Okay, so next, we actually have a testimonial from a mother. Okay, we would like to invite Licia to share her experience also on putting in supplements into her children's diets. Okay.
Actually, you can press the next slide because there's a picture of the children of her daughter.
Her kids. Okay, let me see.
With other people. Licia, are you there? Can you share? Can you on your mic and then share?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Maybe can you share the slide of my girl? Hello.
Next slide.
Actually, when
Next slide.
I have 3 kids.
Yeah.
I have 3 kids. Actually, the first kids, I don't know how to take care. So she always gets sick. So while I have the second boy, when my boy is 2 years old at the time, I start to learn about nutrition. And then I start to supplement my kids with the supplement already. And actually, my boy is not so picky. But just because the food content of nutrients actually is not that much compared to those days. So that is the reason why I have to supplement my kids with the supplement, you see. So and thru actually is I have supplement before pregnancy and then during pregnancy, and even though I delivered her and I still supplement her with some protein when she reached about 5 months old, 5 to 6 months old. So when we start to feed her porridge, then I try to sprinkle a little bit of this protein into her porridge. And I start to crunch the multivitamin also and put a small pinch and sprinkle into her porridge as well. So definitely, because this world have so many bacteria and viruses, there's no way we can contain our kids without letting them to get sick. So when she gets sick, then I will try not to give her any medicine, but instead I give her supplement. I'll give her something like vitamin C. I dilute the chewable vitamin C in water, and then try to let her take the vitamin C like water. And also when she gets fever, probably I will crunch the B complex and vitamin C, and also maybe some garlic. And I feed her. I put a little bit of water and then just feed her like that. So that she can finish up in a very little amount that she can almost like finish the whole amount of the supplement that I give her. Yeah. So I can see from time to time, compare the young one and the elder one. The young one actually seldom gets sick, but even though she gets sick, she recovers very fast. And also during her sickness, she still can move around, very active. And even though I sent her to the daycare or whatsoever, then the teacher also didn't aware that she's sick until I tell the teacher she really actually not feeling so well this morning, maybe have a little bit of fever, and just try to monitor. I give some supplement in a container and give it to the teacher. Ask the teacher to give her. So for the few years with this kind of practice, I can see she grow better compared to my first and the second children. And from here, you can see the comparison. This is the 3 years old and the 5 years old is my cousin's kids. So you can see so much different. That time she's 6 years old. And then she grows so tall. And then her skin color, so pinkish compared to the other two kids, the skin also pinkish. But the height cannot grow so well because the young one, especially the 3 years old, always have running nose. Always a running nose. So when I recommend my cousin, which is his father, to take atmosphere, then the running nose start to stop already. And then during the sickness or whatsoever, then I asked them to give him some supplement, the chewable C. So can see actually can help him a lot. So with this supplement actually helped me a lot. Touch wood, for the past 11 years. Anu now is 10 years old because I started the supplement earlier before Anu. So now she's 10 years old already. But actually my kids, for the past 11 years, we never take any medication and never see any doctor and never go to hospital. What a joke is just only the kids is going back to school, right? So teacher, there's one day teacher asked them, hey, when go to hospital, I think it's a moral class. The teacher asking, when go to hospital, actually what you all should do. Then Anu tell the teacher, I don't know what to do because I never went to hospital and I never take medicine. So I don't know what should I do in the hospital. So teacher so shocked, Teacher so shocked. Why a person never take medicine and never go to hospital? How come? Is it possible? Nobody believe it, but actually it is. Yeah, my kids never take any medication. So whatsoever sickness, even though they got influenza A and B, while Anu is about 4 years old, my son is 7 years old at the time. I'm also use supplement to heal them. So I can see once they heal, they are so healthy so that the next round when they pick up the virus might be a long gap, maybe more than 1 year or 2 years like that. So after they heal, also can see every year there's a season during January and February for influenza.
Correct.
So
Correct.
my kids are all okay without any problem. But during that time, definitely I will give them booster I will give them vitamin C and garlic for sure every day. Then they never pick up again, and then so they never have a taste of the medicine. They don't know how the medicine tastes. Sometimes they take some gummy or sugar or sweet we bought from the retail shop one. When we taste it, we say, oh, this one like medicine taste. For them, they never taste this, so they don't know this is medicine taste. They still take it like normal sweet. So it's good and bad but then it's good that my kids never sick. And then my advice is for parents, try to spend 2 hours a week, come and learn. This is what I do. So after you learn, you will not have any worry of when your child will get sick, and then when they're sick, what you should do. So you will not worry. So that will be worry-free from now until they grow to 21 years old or even older. Because they slowly they know how to take care of themselves already. Because the body is so sensitive to defend themselves. They know what food to take, what food not to take. My elder one, they used to take, they like to take this 油条, 油条, 炸油条, 油炸鬼. But the 油炸鬼, if the oil is not clean, once they take one, they know already. My elder girl definitely put down already. I don't want to take that anymore. The oil not good. Because she will feel like the throat not so comfortable already. The body actually defends themselves and protect themselves. Not to take any food that is harmful.
Advanced already. Yeah, thank you so much, Licia. Thank you for sharing. Okay, it's really like what Licia said. She learned a lot about nutrition before she can use nutrition to help her kids, her children. All right. So of you here, this is more advanced one, right? Okay. So if you're not too sure, you have to consult the advanced one, the professionals. Okay. Yeah. So we are coming to an end for
our
sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have any question, you can ask us, or you can ask the person who actually brings you in here. But we hope that the sharing that we actually give to you today helps you in give you a better picture on how to help you to manage your kids' nutrition and meal plans and what they actually need in their daily life. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's all for today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for your attention. Okay, if you have any questions, can just come to us or go to the person that invited you.